Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into a financial report that might sound dry at first, but trust me, there are some interesting nuggets hidden inside. We're looking at a report from Cantor Fitzgerald Income Trust, and while it's not exactly a Hollywood blockbuster, it does give us a peek into how the company is doing and what they're planning. It's like reading tea leaves, but with numbers instead of leaves. First up, let's talk about money, specifically how the company is giving it back to its investors. In this report, Cantor Fitzgerald Income Trust declared what's called a distribution for March of 2025. Think of it as a dividend, a regular payment to shareholders. Now let's get to the numbers, because that's what really matters. The company is paying out 0.216106 per share across several classes of their stock. This includes Class I, Class D, Class IX, Class AX, and Class TX shares. They are also paying the same amount for Class I and Class T operating partnership units. This might not sound like a lot, but it's important because it shows the company is generating enough income to share with its investors. It's also important to remember that this is the gross distribution. That means it's before any fees or deductions. The actual amount investors receive might be slightly lower depending on the specific class of stock they own and any associated fees. The net distributions or actual payments will be paid to those who own the stock before the close of business on March 31, 2025, and the payments will be made around April 4, 2025. Now, here's where it gets a little more interesting. The company says these distributions can be paid in cash or reinvested. Reinvested means instead of getting the cash, you use that money to buy more shares of the company. It's like taking your winnings and putting them back on the table. This is part of what they call a distribution reinvestment plan. All right, let's move on to something that's in every financial report but often gets overlooked: forward-looking statements. In simple terms, these are statements about what the company expects to happen in the future. They're based on the company's current beliefs and assumptions, but they come with a big warning. Things might not go as planned. The company even says that actual results could be very different or differ materially from what they're predicting. They point to something called risk factors in their annual report. These are potential problems or challenges that could affect the company's performance. It's like saying, here's what we hope will happen, but here are all the things that could go wrong. It's a way of protecting themselves in case things don't turn out as expected. It's really important to not rely too much on what they hope will happen. That's because there could be real differences between those forward-looking statements and what really happens. The company is saying that what they think might occur and what their actual investments and business results are in the future may be very different. The company also points out that they've made more information available about these risks in other documents they filed. Okay, we're at the end of the report. This part is pretty standard. It's where the company officially signs off on the document. It's like saying, we swear this information is accurate to the best of our knowledge. In this case, the report is signed by Christopher A. Milner, who is the president of Cantor Fitzgerald Income Trust. By signing, he's taking responsibility for the information in the report. It's a formality, but an important one, because it makes the company accountable for what they're saying. So what's the big picture here? Cantor Fitzgerald Income Trust is a company that's paying out dividends to its investors, but they're also being cautious about the future. They're telling us that things might not go as planned, and they're pointing to potential risks that could affect their performance. It's a balanced view, and it's important to keep that in mind when you're evaluating this company. Odds in out, let's step back and analyze what this report tells us about Cantor Fitzgerald Income Trust. It's good that they are distributing income to shareholders. It shows that the company is making money. But remember, some of that money may come from sources other than their main business, which isn't great. The report isn't crystal clear. It's also hard to tell how well the company is doing compared to its competitors. Are they leading the pack, or are they just keeping up? We don't know from this report alone. The forward-looking statements are a mixed bag. It's good that the company is thinking about the future, but they're also warning us that things could go wrong. In conclusion, Cantor Fitzgerald Income Trust seems to be in a stable position right now, paying out money to its investors. However, there are some potential risks and uncertainties that investors should be aware of. Do your own research, look at the company's past performance, and consider your own risk tolerance before making any decisions. Thanks for watching. If you found this breakdown helpful, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe for more Corporate Decoder videos. We'll see you next time.